Yo, what's up, brother? It's my brother. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are
I haven't
you?
seen you in a while. Oh my gosh, the gnomes. I got like 5 of them around my classroom because my students have bought them for me, and so have my kids. All right, so why do we have a gnome on the screen? What is going on?
I
I'm
figure
confused here.
I dress up for St. Patrick's Day, and I'm, looking over. It's March Madness, even though it's like almost the end of March, and just checking out things on the computer here, trying to see for my my little poll we play with money going to charity, what teams I'm going to pick.
Okay, all right, yeah. I'm still holding on to a little bit more gray than you, so I guess this is an older brother that I never had. So okay, all right, very nice, good stuff. All right, who's the dummy behind the dummy though? There he is.
April Fools. I'm actually here. April Fools in March. Gotcha.
Oh my gosh, this guy, classic high school antics right there.
April 1st, amateur day. Everybody's pulling tricks. You got to pull your April Fool's jokes on a different holiday, different day. People aren't expecting it.
Wait, time out. Period 1, 2, 3, or 4. I don't know which one it is, but he owes donuts for that because it's not April Fool's. All right. Okay, time back in. Okay. Oh, terrible. Stuff. Here's the best part. I don't know what to do. We have conferences the 31st and April 1st. I'm gonna be like, I've got the kids and the parents in. I'm like, I don't know. There's so much temptation there. I don't know what we're gonna do. Talk to him. He's failing and time to take him out of school. It's 6th grade. He's done. He's not gonna go on. I don't know. Should be interesting.
My thing is whenever, like, especially if I know the parent, whenever they come in and I'll be like, yeah, your son or daughter is fantastic, blah blah blah. Go through all that, and then I look at the student and I go, so you are going to give me that candy bar tomorrow in class, correct? We're having a little technical difficulty. Let's hold on here.
Yeah. I had it pre-show. You're having it in show. Not too bad.
I know.
All right. So while you're doing that, first of all, I held this back at pre-show, but I truly appreciate you supporting the Miami Dolphins with your color choices this evening.
Thank you.
I really do. I appreciate that. We need it. I didn't color the beard or steal my daughter's glasses. I just went with the cap. Had it on today. This is from the Celtic, I don't even know what they call it. It's a Celtic show in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I got this many years ago, so I break this out every so often. So as I get older, I feel like I'm Rocky. I used to, when I first had it, I would always wear it backwards, but now I feel like I'm more of the cap out front style. So
that is the age we are at.
That it is. You're
I got the gray, so I went.
That's it.
Me and the gnome.
As my daughters like to say, more salt than pepper anymore. So yeah, that is what it is. But it's March. It's crazy, man. I had the Weather Channel up. It's a day late though. We had the storms coming through. The chance of a March snowstorm, but I guess you had a delay today, right? You had some storm
yeah. I mean, it was raining all day yesterday. You guys were released, so I was just trolling my students with they're getting out. It's just raining. I'm like, I don't know. They're supposed to get a storm. Ours, it's getting us late. And then by 8:00 last night, Miss Charlie, she walked outside, was like, what's going on? She was just on the deck with me Sunday. I was shorts and a t-shirt, getting some sun. And she didn't want to go in the grass. I had to go out and shovel a path in the grass. That's how much snow we had last night. This morning, everything was frozen over. It was, but we had the delay. And, then we had wave after wave of whiteouts rolling through today.
Gotcha. Yeah, we had the storms rolling up, the wind. We definitely had the wind going, the rain. Not, again, the storm kind of sheared east of us and kind of hit more towards the Philadelphia area, but kind of Maryland and different places just west of DC kind of got hit. But dogs go crazy. I'm learning so much about how they just sense this weather ahead of time. So Harley was going nuts, trying to hide different places and different things going on. And then of course doesn't want to go out at normal time. So I think it was like 1:30 in the morning. I got woken up with noise and my Blackstone's like rolling on our back deck. So I quick anchored that so that wouldn't go any further. Try to get back to bed. 2:30, the dog wakes up she's got to go out. I'm like, so I'm out there 2:30, just, do a little walk around the neighborhood. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But, and then we just had, that 30-degree temperature drop. So we didn't have a lot of snow on the ground, but just enough to have it. So, but yeah, so just the way it kind of rolls in. But it's the joy of living in Pennsylvania. You know,
Oh yeah.
you're leaving at the end of the day, and you're like, oof, it's kind of warm. You know, it's just the changes that happen. But yeah, it's wild stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was I could have got in with just a t-shirt coming out. You know, needed the winter coat. But I wore the spring jacket. But it is nice. I see the younger teachers now that have bus duty and parking lot duty, and they're all bundled up walking out, and I'm like, yep, that was me up until last year. I said, I miss it. I miss saying hi to the kids, but it's nice being warm and not getting rained on and being blown around the parking lot by the gusts of wind and everything.
You served your time. You paid your dues. That's it.
Yes.
Time to step aside for the new generation. I know the feeling, but so let's talk. Let's see. So, you know, I don't know. I don't want to really talk about the Dolphins too much, but they are cleaning house, buddy. The Waddle, there's going to be no more Waddle in Miami this year. And
Tyreek's gone.
See where he went. Tyreek's gone.
Denver.
I'm okay with that. And Tua's gone. Oh, Denver. Yeah. I like Willis. I like Malik Willis, what he did at Liberty. I like what he was doing at Green Bay. So I'm very optimistic about him coming in, see what he does. And but yeah, kind of crazy. How are the Steelers doing right now?
Well, our quarterback who may come back this year.
Okay. I've not seen his interview online. I didn't watch it.
We don't know if he's coming back or not. They're talking about different players in the draft. We got a couple good free agent picks. We got another number 2. We have 2 number 2 receivers. We don't really have a game breaker number 1, but we have 2 solid number 2 receivers, which is more than we've had. We picked up some guys. We picked up another cornerback. We picked up a safety who's a local boy. Got a good running back. So we lost the running back. We picked up a running back. We lost a guard, Siamalu, who was our left guard. He went somewhere. So we'll see what's happening. It's a mix of, you know, up and down, but they got good ratings as to their free agent class. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I won't go too knee deep into the Dolphins, but I know they picked up some linemen and stuff. But so let's talk about something that you can relish in. I believe Pittsburgh boy, not hot dogs, but they're sold there. The world, what is it? What's the World Championship, or what is it? The baseball thing that's going on right now, WBC.
Yes, World Baseball Classic.
There you go. That's it. And so I guess it's the pitcher that was just on the mound. Is he a Pirate?
Skeens, but I didn't watch it, but I heard he struggled a little bit and they pulled him. But another Pittsburgh boy, he's Bednar, who's with the Yankees. He pitched, he played well, he was a Pirate. And then the one reliever that's a gunner, Miller? He's from out west. Okay. He's a Pittsburgh boy. Grew up in the South Hills.
Grew up. Yeah. Yeah, so watching that, so yeah.
Then the coach of Italy, he was Pittsburgh Pirate for a while. Okay. Then there's a bunch of Pirates playing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's neat, like, you know, watching a little bit of that and getting into that. It's like you jump from hockey to over. And speaking of hockey, it was men's hockey beat Canada for the gold, women's hockey beat Canada for gold, Paralympic hockey men's beat Canada for the gold. Like, nice. It was crazy straight across the board. But then you jump from that to baseball. It was really cool. Now the funny thing about, you know, and normally, like last year for our show, I had my Irish Italia shirt on, so that's upstairs, and I didn't sport that today. I just went with the hat. But the funny thing about the Italian, I don't know if you saw it, the machine, they have an espresso machine in the dugout. Yeah. When they hit a home run and everything, they go get a little espresso kind of a deal. It's just hilarious. I was like, as only the Italians should. That's how they roll. So pretty funny stuff. But yeah, so we got baseball in the mix. I know hockey's kicking back up, and I see different things here and there, and looks like the Flyers are looking somewhat respectable right now, but I'm sure the Penguins are doing their normal deal and rocking out.
No, yeah, they're in a playoff spot, and Sydney was out because that cheap hit from the guy that hit him in the Olympics just took out another hockey player with a knee-to-knee hit. He's out 5 games. The other guy's out for the rest of the season. Then Gino, he got a 5-game penalty for slashing. Comes back in last night. I didn't watch the game because I was dragging. I went to bed early, and I was a West Coast game. First couple minutes into the game, gets a penalty. People are going nuts. Then comes out and scores a goal right as he's getting out of the penalty box. So he had 2 goals last night. Pens are hanging tough.
Yeah.
So
it's good sports time to be around. So it's gonna be interesting stuff. But I think our imaginary producer will be yanking the sports talk hook here. We're hitting 11 minutes, and they're gonna be like, X
the
off.
hook.
But that's it, getting the virtual hook. But so we got. So even though it feels like February, January, December, I believe it's March. There's been a lot of things going on. We had our board meeting. We've got different things going on. We're plugging away. We've got St. Patrick's Day. That's kind of near the middle of the month. So I guess we're kind of at a special kind of Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, it's the 3rd Tuesday.
So I believe that means it's time for
the PAECT Pod.
Let's hit it. Welcome to the PAECT Pod, a show for educators by educators, and a 100% volunteer-run organization called PAECT. My name is Eric Verno, and I am the past president of PAECT. And with me, as always, is my co-host,
Dom Salvucci. I am the president of PAECT.
All right. Well, right now, I believe we are rolling into our 99th episode. I think you prepared something special just for this, Dom, right?
Yes. Let me find it.
And I believe our show is Luck of the Irish and Shenanigans we got going on since it's St. Patrick's Day. So
stacked up tall in the hallway hall. Hit play once, then play them all. 99 podcasts on the wall. 99 podcasts on the wall. Hey! 99 podcasts on the wall. One falls down, rolls into the hall. 98 podcasts on the wall.
I wanted to play the whole song, but I was told that would take up the entire episode and would be frowned upon. But
another virtual hook. All right. Yeah. Well, since the Dropkick Murphys and we couldn't get any releases to be able to play any other music, so we went to the old AI engine. I like that. It was good stuff.
Like I had 4 versions. I let the kids listen to it. They didn't like any of them, so I went to some of my polka loving friends, and we got the more classical the polkas. I went with the classics versus the modern contemporary stuff. Got to go old
stuff. That's good stuff. I like it. So yeah. So 99th podcast. So we've been doing this a little bit, just a hot minute here. And I feel like every time we do it, it always feels like, have we done this before? I feel like we got to remember this or remember that. But I guess it kind of goes with the color of the beards, the color of the hair. Might have something to do with it. But we always know the secret to success. Always making sure to what?
Bring in smart people to make us look. Well, they don't make us look good, but they make the podcast look good.
That they do. And we let them be them.
It's
and
hard
we
to
just
make this
get out of the way. That's it. We can do as much as we can with AI, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. You got to start somewhere. So we're going to have a special guest. So we're pulling in that, you got that St. Patrick's Day. We got the shenanigans. We're still coming out of, Pete and C. We pushed out some things on socials, some of the things we were sharing on our last pod, some stuff that was going on. And so we have a special guest that's going to be joining us to kind of talk about their first ever experience at Pete and C. And you knew, if you are a, avid watcher of the podcast, if you brave staring at the faces, right? Dog walkers don't understand this. But if you are watching the podcast, you know that Dom and I both have something on our faces, Dom, and it's the dead giveaway that there's going to be a guest. What do you got?
Got my glasses on.
Because he wants to make himself look
smarter. Always
want to make yourself look smarter. So we're going to be able to go ahead and we're we're going to bring Jamie to the stage. So let's welcome our podcast. All right, Jamie, how we doing?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Doing well, thank you.
I mean, Dom's dressed up, so how can we be doing that? You know, I finally cleaned up just for you. That's true.
Thank you.
All right, well, tell us about yourself.
So I am a chemistry teacher up in Meadville, Pennsylvania. I've been there this is year number 4. So it's been an exciting adventure, that's for sure, in snow country.
All right, yeah, and I see chemistry with Miss E going there with the Twix handle, as we like to say, the Twitter X handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, and a lot of good stuff there. And I made the joke about blowing stuff up, and she just had to correct me. It's not that we just blow stuff up, but we have some fun with chemistry. So
yeah,
good stuff.
You have to do it in a controlled environment. That's all.
Don't want to get fired. Yeah, I want to take care of that. All right, good stuff. So I know. We were making jokes about people losing their voices last time. So you were scheduled to be on before, but woke up with a little bit of an issue. Tough to be on a podcast when you're not, your voice isn't really coming through very clearly. So,
just a little bit.
Yeah. But after giving a little bit of razzing, we made sure to reschedule you and get you on right away. Because what's really cool is that you've been around PAECT for a little bit, right? How long have you been a member?
Since KTI this past summer, actually.
All right. So learned about it through getting invited. Were you invited by a KTI alum? How did you get connected?
I was invited by my principal, Stacy Walsh at Meadville Area Senior High School, but Ann Noonan is our curriculum director in our district. So technically that's my other tie-in to PAECT.
That's a pretty strong one there.
Yeah.
And so you got that connection, and then you were able to come in and then learn about the organization, get involved, and hear about this this tech thing called PAECT. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been an eye-opening experience, that's for sure.
Yeah. So then you were able to come in, and I know at one point, again, we're kind of bouncing around doing different things, but I know at one point I saw you just sitting on a floor, just kind of taking things in, jotting down some notes. And I was like, hey, how you doing? You're just like, oh, I'm good. I'm like, just to let her go and in her thoughts. But yeah, tell us about your experience. Tell us what you thought. Go ahead.
So PAECT was a lot like when I first walked into the lodge that Sunday. And I'm like, okay, I don't know anybody officially other than my fellow KTI stars. And a couple of my coworkers were there too. But it was a lot of information really fast. And it made me wish there were like 14 of me so that I could be in all the different sessions that I wanted to be in, plus look at the posters and be over at Hotel Hershey because there were sessions there that I wanted to go to too. But I'm like, it's just me. So I need to figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, the one nice thing is a lot of the sessions at the lodge are recorded, so you can go back and check those out.
Yeah, I've been slowly working my way through the list. Like I'll go through in the morning and I'm like, okay, I want to catch these couple when I have a break throughout my day. And if I can pop one on in the background, but then inevitably I get sidetracked with 10,000 other things. And
yep. Life of a teacher.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, you popped in a little bit of overwhelm, kind of got your footing, a lot of different things. What would you say for you coming out, especially that high school level? Where did you find like a good bit of value in the different things of what you were attending? Was it in the posters, the concurrent, in the hallways, vendors? What do you feel?
I think a lot of it was in the hallways, like when I could debrief with other people that whether they were in my session or not. And a lot of us from this past KTI that were there found ways to catch up with each other, even just in the lobby, and be like, hey, can you send me your notes from this session? Because I didn't make it here. I made it here, so I'll send you my notes. So that kind of back and forth was really nice. Also, like sitting in some of the live sessions where you could actually ask the presenter questions was really helpful too.
Yeah, not very good. Yeah, and I like that. Like that's always, I mean, gosh, you think back to like when ed camps were real big, and coming up with that back end, and even back in KTI, we used to use back channels, and those aren't really too much of a thing anymore, but that way to communicate, whether it's a Google Doc, you're kind of sharing, doing the different stuff, but there's definitely a lot of power in that divide and conquer kind of a thing. Yeah.
What got you to go to PAECT? What was the idea?
KTI was the big push. After talking to a bunch of people there, they're like, what do you mean you haven't been to PAECT? And I was like, I knew in passing what it was last year, but then after going to KTI this past summer, it's like, okay, PAECT is on my list, and like it's also on my list for next year, but to go as a presenter instead of just being a participant.
Yeah, that's key. Is, you know, a lot of people hear about it. A lot of people don't know about PAECT, but I've been involved with it for years. We know the value of it, but getting that word out to others is important, because there's, you know, a lot of people that don't. They go to like specific conferences, but they don't hit some of these big ones. They're not familiar with them.
And I've managed to use something from PAECT almost every single day in my classroom since February. So it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, here's this huge benefit. How else can I share it with more people?
That's great.
AI music has become one of my favorites lately.
Maybe not 99 podcasts on the wall, but okay. All right. Yeah. Now, I know a big thing we had there, a big presence was Google. They had a couple of rooms, and there was a lot of people there. Were you able to pull any of that? Are you guys a Google district? What do you guys use as your back end?
So technically we are a Microsoft district, but we have access to the Google suite as well. So all of my stuff is typically done through Google, but our email and all the documents that get shared from administration is Microsoft.
Mm-hmm. Now, I really feel like, you know, we've Dom and I have gone round and round about it, but like, it's really like tech in general is just, it's a leapfrog, you know. Oh, boof, Microsoft jumps, Google jumps, you know, Apple will throw their stuff in there too, just for you, Dom. But not when it comes to AI. But yeah, so like even Claude, Anthropic, all the different companies coming in, ChatGPT. So what you could, you know, when you're using it for one, use it for the other, and they really kind of like mix well these days. Many moons ago, I had a couple sessions where I would jokingly say, not your dad's Microsoft, because it used to be a walled garden. Now they're kind of open a little bit, you know, just the same with like, you know, kind of Google and that same, you make it there, you can kind of share it. So that's really cool. Yeah. So, so then now when you're using, so here's, you know, the music you're using Suno, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably cranking out some Suno and using some stuff there. So give us an example of how you're using it in your classroom.
So the big use of it, I have been going to ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever AI I feel like that day. And I'm like, write me a 2-minute song about whatever topic I'm teaching. So I just finished teaching chemical naming in my classroom. And I was like, give me a song to introduce it. And then I took it to Suno and I said, I want like a current top 20s hit vibe. Well, I had the AI generate the style a little bit more, and then it came up with 4 different versions of it, and I would just start playing them in the background while my kids were doing work, and all of a sudden you'd hear, that song just said chemistry, or it said covalent bond.
Nice.
And eventually you get is that AI created? And I was like, yeah, but did it stick in your head? Yeah.
Nice.
I'd be the kid Googling all the different terms you just said.
Yeah. So, I play music when the kids come in, so I'll do like we did Duck and Cover, and I did like to an 80s because child of the 80s, you know, a new wave, and they had this. The kids like were sitting there, and it was very 80s. That new wave, popish new wave, synth going. And they're talking, and you're all happy, and then all of a sudden you hear, you know, preparing to die, blah blah blah, because of the Duck and Cover with the nuclear test. The kids are like, that got dark quick. I'm like, that's the 80s. I said, we're talking about the 50s. I said, in the whole Duck and Cover. Then I pulled up some AI coloring pages because I had a lot of kids out the one day, so I pulled up coloring pages, and not nearly as good as Suno. Like I did Duck and Cover, and it was like just a duck on the screen, and the best I had was a dog in a satellite going around the earth. Little shout out to Sputnik, but yeah, then
Right, yeah.
it was rough, but the kids I gave them some side quest points if they colored, and I'm gonna hang the pictures up and had them sign it.
Yeah, even those tough kids, you throw some coloring at them, they like it. But I'm telling you now here's the question though: how are they staying in the lines? I mean,
It's not about staying in lines; it's about creativity.
So what we just heard, Jamie, is Tom can't stay in the lines. That's what that means too. All right. He chooses to go out. I don't accidentally do it. I do it on purpose. All right. So we got some Suno work, some different things going on. Catching some different sessions. Were you able to did you get any playground action? Were you able to get in there and do anything there?
So I did make it to the carnival the second day. That they had all the different, it was little mini poster sessions. And part of the reason for that was I wanted to go see the We Solemnly Swear to Play presentation. Anybody that knows me knows that my classroom this year is a Harry Potter Wonderland. So I wanted to see how they were incorporating some stuff. And it was nice to have that reassurance of the games that I took from KTI with John Meehan. And I was like, oh, here's another way that I can do this and go play with that.
Yeah. Well, anything you're cranking in your classroom from John, that's solid stuff right there. Solid stuff. He's good, dude. Yeah. Great. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, so you're able to catch. So now the big question is, what are you putting in to present for next year? I mean, are we going to the next step? Are we doing another year of going around, or are we going to jump into the presenting?
So my plan is to put into present. I have one presentation that is like my baby that I started working on after the Adrenaline Rush book study this summer, called Controlled Chaos, Gamification for Every Classroom. So little things that you can do that don't feel like you're redesigning your whole classroom just to take a worksheet that you had and make it a Jenga game or make it tic-tac-toe or something simple just to make the day different.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good book. That was an excellent book with those ideas.
Nice.
It inspired my entire classroom makeover.
I don't know if Eric was in the room on the screen when we were talking, but you're more than just an attendee this year. You had a little special guest appearance.
I did. Melissa Krenzer asked me if I would join up with her, and she had Becca talk with her in her session too, about the gamification. So it was a nice little here's my tiptoes in the water. Is this something I actually want to do going forward?
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I was in a reboot when that happened. Okay, all right. Well, then yeah, that's awesome. That's a great way to tiptoe into it, right? Get to be a part of a group, do a group presentation, low barrier. Next step would be like to me, it's like group presentation, poster, because you're kind of on your own a little bit, and you work your way up. But that's awesome. So then you guys were talking about gamification and all the stuff that you're doing. Yeah, that's a great topic.
Her badges and all of the different pieces. She's one of my superstars. If my room could look like hers and my gamification could be at her level, I still don't feel like I'm there yet. But it's one of my favorites.
Gotcha. Oh, you're getting applause. All right. All right. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. What else were you talking about when I wasn't around there, Dom? Come on, hit us with some good stuff. Here we go.
Oh, we were just talking Western PA and, the sad state of the Dolphins, which takes us back to football and, I
know. They get rid of the Western PA boy and then they go downhill. All right. Good stuff. So then I'm trying to think of by any chance, did you take part in the cornhole tournament?
I did not. Where was I during that? I was in I was in and out of that room. Mostly there for the music because I'm a huge live music person, and the two bands were phenomenal both nights. I think I left the banquet hall without a voice both nights.
Gotcha.
trying to think.
Yeah.
I must have been with someone wandering around doing something during the cornhole tournament.
Sure.
I'm not very good, so I would have been very disappointing to whoever ended up being stuck with me.
Gotcha.
So
Well, that's all right. I mean, that's why Dom doesn't do it because he doesn't want to get an award back there. Like he just doesn't want to face that problem. So yeah, it's all right. He stays away from the cornhole boards. But yeah, so all right. So then you had that, and then were you able to make the meet and greet, the PAECT meet and greet?
Did make the PAECT meet and greet.
Yeah. Yes, got to hang out with a lot of people. Hopefully, met some new faces and got to meet some new people.
Yeah, and I brought the two of my coworkers that were there that were like they literally knew me and each other. So I dragged them to everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, here, you just sit here and you can talk to these people.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Now, so coworkers. So what do they teach?
So one of my coworkers, Matt Jaros, teaches English at the high school, and then we also had John Fry, who is our middle school principal.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully they were able to kind of go around and get some good stuff for their classrooms and their teachers and all that jazz. So, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And now, were you able to did you get to the expo hall, the vendor hall, and grab some gear?
I did. My children were very happy that I came back with about 45 new stress balls.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. All right. Yeah.
My honors class loves it because if they get done early, like they'll sit and play catch, and then they were throwing a school bus around the other day. And there was a light bulb and a laptop from one of the stations. Then I was like, yep, go ahead. You're not going to break anything.
Oh, your friend, I don't know if you know, is this, she's, live music. She didn't know the cat's out of the bag. All right, sign up. Get you in there. Now give you, here's your tip for the stress balls. Let the kids, I don't know, again, high school kids, I know some different things. So again, I'm coming from more of that middle school, but I'm sure high school kids are the same way where they can earn that ability, like at the end to do like silent ball. And I mean, gosh, in the middle school, it doesn't really become silent ball, but still the concept. Yeah. So I have a drawer that's just shoved with all of the different things. I've got like Amazon Fire Stick controller, but it's a stress ball, the bus, Apple, light bulb, all the different things, a little mini laptop, like you said, all the different shapes that you can find. So they dig in there and they'll choose the ball and then they'll play around kind of a deal. So that's your other extension, take it to that next level, and like not just them doing it individually or throwing, but make it a whole group activity or even make it part of a review or whatever. But not as fun as your gamification, I'm sure. But sometimes keeping it old school is not bad.
But it's a simple way because it could be like you have to toss it to whoever's going to answer the next question.
Yeah. Or whomever you throw it to has to answer the next question. See, let's throw a little. Don would call that the old side quest toss. All right, let's give a little side quest toss. Like, kick it over there. I like that. Yeah, but yeah, no, the kids love that drawer. Like the privilege to go. When they go to the first drawer in my room, they know they're going to be getting some stuff. So yeah, it's hilarious.
That was my favorite thing, walking up to the different tables. I'm like, oh, I'm just looking to see if you have stress balls. They're like, why? And I was like, I collect them for my classroom.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been having a little. Go ahead. You're having a little bit of technical difficulties. My camera cut out, my speaker cut out. I heard Eric talking something about door hangers from a hotel.
I know you ran away when we started talking about the ability to win things in cornhole, but that's okay.
I'm a bocce guy. I'm not cornhole. I'll compete in bocce.
All right, we got to work on that. Maybe we'll bring that in Kalahari, a little bocce ball activity. I like
there
it.
You go.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. But yeah, so and the big thing too is with those vendors when you're going around, like in the end, they have to take all that stuff back with them, so they don't mind offloading it. So you definitely want to hook you up with the different things. So yeah, there's always some fun stuff. Always good. Yeah. All right, Don, let's hit her with some important questions here, though. I know we have a few in the queue.
And I did give her a little bit of a heads up because it's only fair. What is your educational superpower?
So I'm torn between two. I have my control and chaos because I am a science teacher. So sometimes in the world of science, it's just chaos. When you watch the chemical reaction happen, you don't know what's going to be. So there's just chaos in front of you. Or like my ability to fail forward, because sometimes the lab just doesn't work and you have to figure out why. So that bouncing back from failing forward.
Those kind of go together.
That's what I was thinking when I first wrote them down. I'm like, oh, those are really similar.
As he goes into ventriloquism mode there. I like that. All right. We can still, we'll do, if you kill your camera, Don, we can still hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. Just turn your camera off on the bottom bar. Oh, there he goes. You switched to the other camera. That's fine. Yep. I had that too. So, all right.
Yep.
So those are good. So what's the next one? Go ahead.
Okay. And the other one is, if you could have any superpower imaginable that exists in any realm or doesn't exist as of yet, what would it be?
So as a Harry Potter fan, I wish I had the ability to apparate from one location to another so that I can get from like the end of a session immediately to the next spot if I was at a conference to get to that next section to get that good seat, or just to apparate to another state to go see my friends from my old school that I used to work at when I can't see them every day.
Ah, that's a cool
and
one.
escape the snow.
Yeah. Yeah. You had a little bit of it. So so you're saying apparate. That's what they call it?
Yep.
See, I thought you were just giving an accent, but that's the actual word. Okay. See, I'm not a Harry Potter guy. I don't know these things. Okay. All right. Got to work on that one. All right.
Yeah, I didn't know, but I wasn't going to say I didn't know it. I was just going to roll with it. And she explained it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Smile and nod.
Nope. I'm just going for it. I'm like, yeah, I thought you were just give a little twang there. All right. So apparate for one. That's good though. And even tying in the Pete and C connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that deal. So now here's the final question too with as far as conference goes. Are you going to be looking at attending Pete and C in Kalahari? Is that going to be a truck you're going to be making next year?
It's on my list. The time frame and car ride is actually not that much more different than going to Hershey from Erie area.
Oh, wow.
So.
Yeah. More because you're just shooting 80 all the way across, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, very cool. We all know how it is with all of us in education and how the schools are working and doing different things, and I'll be able to make, let the teachers go and stuff, but hopefully that experience was good. And it's been cool to hear you're utilizing a lot of it, like almost every day, if not every week. You're pulling different things in that you learned at the conference, in the hallways, at the fireplace, in the actual concurrent sessions, stuff like that. And then I tell you, that's one thing I got to get better with, the repeat, getting in there and taking time to kind of do that, set that time. And I do know, I think our most impressive nerd, our Northeast Regional Director, she always, in her presentation, her and Missy Halcott, the Girls Gone Google, they're always big on setting a calendar notification to spend some time to debrief and sit down and just kind of have that chill time, whether it's espresso, tea, whatever the case may be, having that time to just kind of sit, have that quiet and really work through that. So that's always really big. And I think that's one of the tough things. It's great. It's a technique we need to use more in the classroom, but I think it's the one first thing that we ditch: reflection time. We got to move on to the next thing. We don't give a lot of time for reflection. And then what we do in that practice, we also do with ourselves. Sometimes we don't do that, and really force ourselves to have that reflection time. So it sounds like you're doing right by that. And that's huge. That's definitely good.
Yeah. And, in the meantime, I know down at Slippery Rock, there's an ed camp coming up in April, and in January,
plug it. Always got to plug Slippery Rock.
Yep. And in January, Tretzy is down in, it is going to be in Fox Chapel at the high school this year. That's usually Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And that's one, it's a good way to put in and practice your presentations. They're always looking them on the board for that conference. It's a great regional conference. It's a great way to get your toes in the water a little more and practice your presentations. And then you guys have ed camps up in the Northwest too.
Well, I'm actually coming to the one at Slippery Rock in April, so I'm looking forward to that.
I'll be there.
Don't feed into it. I mean, come on. Like, I didn't think I'd be getting ganged up on this one. But now listen, there is this acronym in the corner of our screen, like PACT, not just going to an ed camp at Slippery Rock. I mean, stepping up and leading some different workshops, whether it's the Northwest, whether there's a Zoom across the state. I mean, there's other ways to get involved that don't just involve going to Slippery Rock. I mean, let's just be honest. And but that's definitely a way to kind of step up and do that. I definitely see, your region does a lot of rock star stuff. And again, but definitely working in the mix there. That'd be pretty cool. You and Krenzer. I know she's doing it. If it happened already, it might have the gamification for getting ready for test prep. But even teaming up with her to do some stuff would be pretty cool too. So yeah, good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be at Flip Rock. You'll be at Commonwealth University.
No. Don't go there. It's Bloomsburg University.
Commonwealth University, Bloomsburg.
I don't call it Commonwealth. I don't know. That doesn't even exist. It doesn't even exist. I don't own a single gear that says Commonwealth. It's outlawed in my home. Outlawed. Bloomsburg University, buddy. Bloomsburg. I mean, where are my? Get my towels back here. I got them all. Or you can see the Husky print over there, right next to my where. If you're wondering, you're learning. But yeah, no, I'll be there for the TERS conference. That's at the higher ed conference. It's happening in April. So yeah. If I must, combat your slippery rock with some Bloomsburg University. So yeah,
Commonwealth University, Bloomsburg. We have to be proper.
Tom, you're fading again. Let me remove you from the screen. That's not my university. So all right. Well, listen, you're in the middle of old man banters and arguments here. So I apologize for that. But we truly appreciate you coming on, sharing about your experience. So excited to see you there. And have you, just in the mix doing different things. And definitely looking forward to you being a part of PAECT, being a part of PEACT next year, and all the things going forward. So thank you so much for being on the pod. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad you were able to make it.
Glad your voice did not give out today.
Yes.
Me too.
All right. Have a lovely one. All right. See ya.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
All right, good stuff. It's always good to have that important person on to have some good conversation and to keep us from bantering. I like it. It's good stuff.
Yes.
Keys to success. All right. Well, I think it's time that we should give a little shout out to one of our sponsors. What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right. So here we go. Let's hear from Toddle.
With Toddle, you can design your entire curriculum end-to-end, from courses and units to lesson plans and assignments, all in one place. At every step of the curriculum design process, you are supported by our AI-powered Curriculum Design Assistant, the most advanced tool of its kind in the world. It helps you generate thoughtful course outlines, suggests learning experiences, creates differentiated tasks, and more. And all of this in just minutes. Once your plans are in place, Toddle's curriculum maps and analytics offer a clear, comprehensive view of your program, making it easy for teaching teams to stay aligned and for school leaders to make informed decisions.
All right. We truly appreciate Toddle and their sponsorships and a lot of stuff they're doing. We had them on the pod, a special sponsor spotlight.
Yeah.
They rocked it out in Hershey. They did a really good job. A lot of good speakers, a lot of things good happening there. So good stuff.
Little shout out from Krenzer to Jamie.
Oh, there we go. Nice. All right. So let's go ahead and do a little PAECT updates. Here we go. All right. So it would have helped if I would have hit the button to share my screen. All right. Let's see here.
There have been some issues for some people getting on the website. So if you encounter that, please reach out to us, someone at PAECT, regional director, or one of us, and we're looking into it.
Yeah, and also just make sure the URL is just paect.org and hit enter. Make sure it doesn't autofill all the stuff that follows behind it. Just make sure you go to the base site first and then kind of go from there. So I know sometimes cookies, different things kind of the breadcrumbs they used to call them back in the day, that all plays a part in it. So just make sure you have it all set up. But all right, so in the month of March, right, we're already halfway through. Again, so we've got the shift to student-led book study happening next week. That might be near the end of that. We did have the gamification on the 10th. It was a great job for Verno being a week late for that. Sorry, Melissa. I know you're watching. She's taking notes. She's going to let me know about that later. And then just kind of give it a little heads up when we go into April. All right. KTI chat's happening on April 14th. All right. And then the TERS conference happening there is the same day as something else happening in the the Northwest, some place that has a rock that might be green. So Slippery Rock's got their ed camp kind of going that same time. So Dom and I will be dividing and conquering. I'll stay at my beloved Bloom, and he'll be kicking it at Slippery Rock. So, but definitely want to check the KTI chat. Any KTI member be able to hop on Facebook, YouTube. All right, we're going to be talking about different things. I haven't heard what the thing is. If Melissa's still on and she wants to post what the topic's going to be, we can tease that here shortly. But then also we have our Glide show, what we like to call it. So the test prep was the thing that they had hosted there, the gamified test prep, and then we got RoboBots Student Showcase in this place called Meadville. I believe we've heard about it area. But I don't know. Is that how they spell? Is that a spelling error, or is that the way they spell it? I don't know.
What?
Jamie's gonna be checking that one out. Height school. It's supposed to be high school. There's just a T in there. I'm just joking around. But the Northwest is going to be hosting that, so definitely want to check that out. So a lot of good stuff happening. And again, here's the big thing. Like we even said with Jamie. Oh, she popped on. Did she say what the KTI chat's going to be about?
No, but she was talking about that little.
It keeps going off the screen. I don't know what's happening. That's crazy. Slippery Rock love. Anyway, so but yeah, so Melissa, if you have the topic for the KTI chat, pop it in so we can put it up on the screen. But yeah, all right. And then Meg Tyson's kicking in with some KTI, some purple passion, some stars for Jamie there. Great job. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening. But one of the big things is, listen, look at that calendar, look through what's being offered, and then what can I add, right? Reach out, right? All right. No theme yet. So that's in the queue. All right. So hey, people, Put in the Facebook. What do you want to talk about? What does KTI crew want to talk about in April? But yes, we got a lot of good stuff going on there. So that's always the big thing. Let's get involved. And but I know ed camps are always free. So if you're able to make the trip to Slippery Rock, right, be able to come to the ed camp. The tourist conference I think is $50 for registration for the day. And again, you're going to be hearing from some phenomenal speakers and some different sessions that they have. It's really a good time. But yeah, a lot of good stuff there. So. All right.
And if you're interested in either having an event, working on a virtual event, reach out to your regional directors. They're on the website. Reach out to them, let them know what you're interested in, and go from there.
Yeah. And as you're watching, okay, like and subscribe. We definitely could benefit from having you hop on and be able to click those buttons. What do they say? Smash the like button. We won't be one of those people. But yeah, make sure we're being able to reach out to different people, share the different videos that there are. Feel free to comment on who wears the beard better. All right, and then we can just go from there. Have a beard voting contest, of course, and that's really going to confuse the dog walkers. Sorry, go ahead.
And if you are interested, we've at Pete and C, a number of people reached out to us, a couple of people, and I don't remember the gentleman's name. Was out to dinner on Saturday, came up and was just like, hey, senior sessions. I have a podcast going now from your sessions at Pete. We have a Soundtrap code. If you're interested, reach out to us, pod@paect.org, and we will get your code 60 days premium, get you through the end of the year. And check it out. See what Soundtrap does. We have a code for StreamYard. If you want to go the video, reach out to us and we will get you hooked up for some trial codes and check out some of this technology. It's free. And go from there.
Yeah, if you want to do the bit.ly/all caps PACTS for StreamYard. So feel free to go ahead and click on that. Patty likes the antics. But feel free to go ahead and click on that, and you can get the pro or the higher end tier version for free for so many days on StreamYard. And we truly love it. There's a lot of different professionals that are using StreamYard. So we really like the way they handle things in the back end and make it easy for educators and easy for your classroom to be able to do it. So.
Mr. Krenzer. I am Italian, and so is St. Patrick.
He's faking it out. I appreciate him being called out. Always benefit from that.
St. Patrick was from the Roman colonies in Britain. So I just attached the Italian there, because it was the Roman colonies in Britain. So.
All right, we don't fault you. Okay, we'll just say, remember, if you're having any problems with what Dom's saying, email Dom at. I'm just kidding. All right, all good. So, all right, truly appreciate you, but I know we don't have too many. There's a lot of stuff happening in tech. There's a lot of different, gear coming out, different things coming out. But I think in the next show, we're going to kind of work on featuring some different techniques, some things that we're doing. Like I said, I know I've been kind of experimenting with Claude here, doing some stuff just to kind of stretch out. I'm a Perplexity kind of guy, but doing some stuff with Claude. And then, of course, in school, some Gemini stuff and mixing Gemini Copilot. So trying to kind of seeing how they all do. And if you take a look at our thumbnail on YouTube, on Facebook, I gave it our theft deterrent device, our sticker that we have. So the picture of Dom, picture of myself, and literally used the same prompt. And today was Copilot and how it kind of kicked out the characters. So I'm always intrigued on how it does that work and what it's able to do. So kind of some cool stuff going on. But yeah, and then, again, we would love to have any and all educators across Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth, and beyond to come on and share and talk about what they're doing in their classrooms, because, Dom and I truly appreciate hearing from all of you and all the things that you are doing just creatively. And you may not think it's very creative, but I promise you, you coming on and sharing about it will benefit classrooms. And if it benefits classrooms, it benefits kids. And that's really what we're all about.
Yeah. And remember, not everybody has your experience in the classroom and experience with your topics. It's the one thing, that you still need that. There's still people that are taking the first steps. There's still people taking early steps. So even if you don't think it's, super fantastic or high level, there's people that need to hear that, because not everybody is at it, at the same level when it comes to integrating EdTech in the classroom.
So here, I thought you were going to be complimenting me about what I have, but you meant everybody else. That's much better, much more important. But you're right. Everybody's techniques and characteristics and things they're doing is so unique. And going back, I love name dropping Coy. Our conversation with Coy and really having that conversation about teachers we're really bad at tooting our own horns. But in the music field, he's like, that's exactly what they do to kind of let you know. And that's huge to kind of share our stories. So. All right. Well, listen, St. Patrick's Day, not too many shenanigans. Linda would be happy that we were kind of tame today. We got Patty laughing. So I think we've hit all the pluses. So I think, and we'll be under an hour. I think it's time to kick off. But as always, remember, PAECT.
We are
the voice of EdTech
in Pennsylvania
and
beyond.
Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your March.
Take care, everybody. PAECT and the PAECT Pod would like to thank all of our sponsors. Our Tier 3 sponsors, EduSpire, Tech the Next Step. Our Tier 2 sponsors, ClassLink, more time learning, less time logging in. Teachers First. SAM Labs, engaging and effective K-8 STEM and STEAM educational solutions. Lego Education. Toddle, teacher built, AI first, more than an LMS. Once again, PAECT and the PAECT Pod would like to thank all of our sponsors for the support that allow us to do what we do. Thank you.